Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. And today I'm going to be looking at the rather horrifying news for me that Harry and Meghan are heading to Africa, allegedly. This comes from Richard Eden, writing in the Daily Mail, and he says that they are planning their third foreign tour this year, with Lesotho and Botswana as possible options. And of course, these are the countries where Harry's charity, Centre Bali, operates. And Harry was last in Lesotho and Botswana in 2019. So 5 years have gone by since he could be bothered to visit any of those countries in person. He has, of course, been busy with his annual fundraiser for Centre Bali, playing polo with his beloved friend Nacho. They were playing polo for Centre Bali, for a fundraiser for Centre Bali in Florida in April, of course, when the Netflix cameras were rolling. And I'm going to be looking at that next, because we are apparently going to be seeing that polo docu-series in December. So Centre Bali, very useful for Harry if you run out of options and you need somewhere to go. You need to perhaps be on the front pages of the newspapers while Prince William is in Cape Town for earthshot. The King is in Australia and Samoa doing his visits there, very important visits, both of those places. So you might need some airtime. We're going to have a look at this with the Wandering Star Tarot, see why they're going. Is it perhaps to do some overshadowing? How Harry feels about it, how Meghan feels about it. It is his charity. He might be quite excited to visit Africa. How's she feeling about it? And then the countries, Lesotho, what's Lesotho got to offer? How's it going to go? Botswana, what's Botswana got to offer? Apart from the world's second biggest diamond, which they discovered very recently. It was in the news just a few weeks ago. She didn't seem to get her hands on any emeralds in Colombia, unless they landed in that giant handbag. I nearly said suitcase. And no, I don't mean Harry. I mean the actual handbag that she was carrying when they arrived there, that huge white handbag. Very inappropriate for that outfit that she was wearing, that navy outfit, halter neck, sort of little suit that she was wearing. Sleeveless, of course. But anyway, so diamonds in Botswana, not so much in Lesotho. And then I would like to know how it's going to go for them. This tour, the Colombian one, ended up with some controversy around it, and particularly for Harry. In Colombia, he looked more and more grumpy as the days wore on. Apparently, according to rumours, was quite disgruntled about how much airtime she was getting, overshadowing him, grabbing the mic from him, all about her, nothing about him. He was relegated to the children's table at that banquet that they had, that luncheon. So let's see how it's going to go. Let's remind you, it's tarot. It's for fun and entertainment. It's all my opinion. It's all speculation. And of course, I just read energy, and there is a disclaimer in the box below. But amazing that the royal circus might be coming to my doorstep quite soon. Well, not quite literally, but closer than it's been in a while. That's for sure. Should I go? I can turn up in Cape Town very easily, and that would be fun. Botswana. Was actually planning on visiting Botswana. Maybe I'll have to go. There is the Hermit in reverse. That's Harry. That's Harry, who possibly might like some solitude, some me time, some quiet. He might like to be in Africa on his own. Of course, Botswana, let's not forget, is where Meghan sealed the deal. After just, I think, 2 dates with Harry, she was flown to Botswana to seal the deal. And she very much did. He might want some quiet time. He might want to go to Africa on his own. No such luck, Harry. She's going too. And it is all his charity, it's his work, it's his effort that she's piggybacking onto, because, of course, nothing that she has done or tried to do has amounted to anything. Amazing. There's the Hermit. He's in reverse. That's Harry. Harry's energy, the Virgo. We are in Virgo season. It's his 40th birthday in just a few days. And that's not a happy Virgo Hermit in reverse. Somebody who's forced to go out and about and do all the stuff that he claimed he hated doing, and that's why he was so glad to find his freedom and leave the royal family and all of that, now being forced to do it for her. Interesting that he's landed up in this situation, don't you think? Situation. The situation is the Queen of Swords. This card shows up whenever I read on these 4 royal tours. This is her energy, in my opinion, and it's her energy of wanting to be a stateswoman, a diplomat, someone, I was going to say, of international mystery, but not really mystery. She wants to be seen as this kind of strategically important person, IPP kind of person, intelligent speeches, not Mummy Diana energy so much as I'm so important, I'm going to travel the world and uplift and tell you all what to do because I know best. That's what's coming through with that Queen of Swords. It's very strategic, very cool, very even cold, and far-sighted and shrewd, and very into planning, and also very into telling people what to do. That's the energy that's coming through that card for me. So let's look at why. Just why in general, why the rush, why are they off so soon? Again, we got the 9 of Wands. And I think that that's the British royal family. That they feel that the British royal family is vulnerable at this moment, and so they're going to take as much advantage of this as possible. And 9 of Wands is of course someone who's injured, wounded, vulnerable, who needs to be protected, who needs boundaries around them. We know who that is. Well, I speculate that that is the Princess of Wales, who is having to take a year out to heal and may never come back in full force as she was in the past. She might choose to work quite differently, and so that's the royal family. That's the Princess of Wales, who has retreated behind that protective boundary that's been put around her. And so while she's gone, the two of them can strut about in public and gain all the attention and prove to the royals and the world that they are the most popular and the most accomplished and the best royals at royaling that ever were. I'm being snarky, of course. So let's see about the overshadowing, the potential to overshadow Prince William in Cape Town. This is Earthshot Prize, or the King and the Queen in Australia and Samoa. Any of that showing up in the energy that I'm reading on? I've got the Page of Pentacles. It's in reverse. The Page of Pentacles is a communication card. It is about studying. It is about contracts, negotiations, messaging. I think they're trying to overshadow the Earthshot Prize, because the Earthshot Prize energy is potentially in that Page of Pentacles. News coming out about someone getting some money, some award, some notice, and talent, skill. You can see here that that's what the Earthshot Award is to do. It's monetary awards to encourage people to carry on what they're doing in their environmental, their clever ideas to save the environment, to save the world. So I think it's Page of Pentacles, that's the Earthshot Prize, and I think that they are motivated by the desire to overshadow that. It's Africa, of course. I don't think they really care about the King and going to Australia. I think this is really aimed at Prince William and the Princess of Wales. There they are for me in this energy. So I think that's what's going on. That's the motive for why they're going. Let's look at their enthusiasm or their own feelings about going. Harry first to Africa. It's sent to Bali. There he is, King of Pentacles. He's going to where he feels it says reliable, visionary, generous. That's how he wants to be seen. I don't think he likes going to the opening of bookstores in Montecito, even as a best-selling author, the best of all best-selling authors, in his book there, Loud and Proud. I don't think that really excites him. I don't even know if the Polo documentary excites him that much. This is what he wants to do. This is how he sees himself, the savior of Africa. I'm being very very cynical when I say that. But that's how he sees himself. So this is well within his comfort zone. He was born to do this, of course. Again, some cynicism there from me. How about Meghan? How excited is she to go to Lesotho and Botswana and tag along behind Harry? These are Harry's places. These are Harry's programs. How does she feel about this? The Hanged Man in reverse. She'll do it. But without much enthusiasm, I would say. The Hanged Man is somebody who's punished, somebody who's powerless, somebody who's a victim, a sacrifice, somebody who's got to have a big long think about stuff when they're hanging upside down, having a new vision of things, a new idea of things. It's in reverse, which tells me that she feels like if she doesn't do this, then she doesn't have anything to do. She's powerless. She's in limbo. She's got nothing to say, do, offer anything. So she's going as the weaker partner in this unholy, in my opinion, alliance. So she's going with long teeth, as they would say in Afrikaans in this country. The Hanged Man in reverse. Not excited about it, not enthusiastic about it. But if she doesn't go, then she's got to go to more openings of bookshops and be upstaged by Oprah suddenly arriving in the middle of her speech, very obviously, and just sitting down and ignoring Meghan, who was telling us about the tragedy of her life as a working royal. So let's look at the countries. Lesotho, what does Lesotho have to offer? How's he going to go there? And Lesotho has the Tower in reverse. Ooh, that's not great. Destruction, release, enlightenment, catastrophe, but averting catastrophe there. I mean, that's an incredibly negative card. It is in reverse, the Tower in reverse. So maybe the charity is in trouble. I just get that idea that the charity is in trouble. They do the fundraiser every year. I don't know how much money he directly gives to Sentabali. I don't think too much, if anything. At this point, he was supposed to give the proceeds, the profit from Spare was supposed to go to them, or a handsome amount anyway was supposed to go to them. This is averting disaster. That somehow he feels he needs to go there for some reason, that otherwise it's going to look very bad, something's going to look terrible. Been to Nigeria, been to Colombia, I mean, why on earth, apart from the international, some people say some of that powder marches between those two countries, and I'm being sarcastic, of course. I'm not accusing them of anything untoward, of it being involved in such things, but they were rather odd countries to choose. Whereas Lesotho in particular, and Botswana, because Harry claims to love Botswana so much and always takes his girlfriends to Botswana, those would be much more obvious choices. So it's interesting that that card has shown up there for Lesotho. How about Botswana? What does universe want to tell us about that? King of Cups. It's where he feels emotionally connected, Botswana. Very much so with that King of Cups. Warm-hearted, empathetic. He's got people in Botswana, as far as I vaguely know, that he calls his family. So many scattered around the world who act as substitute parents for him. But I think he has a couple in Botswana who he is very close to. I think it's Botswana. It's obviously his place where his heart is, where, as I say, it takes the girlfriends, and obviously that's where Meghan sealed the deal. So it's got an emotional connection. He's showing up as king twice in this reading. She's the Hanged Man. Very interesting shift in power dynamics here, don't you think? That's why we do these tarot readings. We try and find out what is going on behind the scenes energetically with these situations that we hear about. So let's see if this tour goes ahead, and it does look like he wants this to happen, or she looks like she's got to go along with it. How's it going to go? Colombia was a bit of a disaster for them. How's this going to go? Knight of Swords. Interesting. Highs and lows. Tension. Well, we saw that in Colombia and in Nigeria. It's the swift action. The Knight of Swords is quite harsh energy. It's not one of my favorite cards because it is quite critical. It's quite ruthless. There could be some quite harsh moments between them. Maybe even in the way the press reports this. I don't know if their tame little person from Harper's Bazaar is going to be trotting along behind them as she was in Colombia, or whether the press is going to get their teeth into this and write some quite sharp things about them, because it feels to me, apart from what the card is indicating, that there might be some conflict between the pair of them, it feels as if there might be some criticism around them. People might do some more straight talking, that would be the Knight of Swords, than they have previously on these tours. So it looks like it's going to be an interesting one to watch. Perhaps I should go to Botswana. I was seriously planning a trip to Botswana until my day job escalated, unfortunately, which it has in the past few weeks. This time of year it does tend to get a bit crazy in the day job territory. Let's have a look at Harry and how Harry's going to feel. Is he going to feel that she's overshadowing him, or is he going to have his moment in the spotlight? The long overdue. How's it going to go for him? Got the Six of Pentacles. It's an equal give and take card, as you can see, receiving, giving, receiving. It looks as if they're both going to get equal time this time, rather than it being all about her. It does look herish in this card, with the hair, the long hair, which she's chosen to wear like that lately, trying to, in my opinion, imitate the Princess of Wales. That is her. It looks like she's not going to be elbowed out entirely. It looks like she is going to manage to grab the mic a few times and make it about her. She's got her rainbow colored outfit on there. We might see some of that unfortunate dancing again, and more of the bongo drums, as Lady C calls them. We might see some of that sort of cosplaying, trying to be down with the people, which makes just so cringe, so patronizing, in my opinion. But it looks as if it's not going to be all Harry's show. It does look as if she's going to elbow him out the way in photos, get herself front and centre. She is centre. She is very good at that, at doing that. I don't know if she practices. How do you practice doing things like that? Do you think she gets the staff line up? Let's pretend to take a photo, and then I'm going to work my way to the middle, elbowing you out the way. There was a funny moment where a little kid elbowed her right back and sort of stood on her toe. It's quite hard to miss those toes, it has to be said. But anyway, there it is. It looks like Africa is on, and yeah, for reasons that are pretty obvious over here, seize the moment while the royals are down, and the royals are in Africa too, and do your best to overshadow them. That's how I see it anyway, or my opinion. And thanks for watching. See you on the next one.